My name is Marie Griffin, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been in prison twice, and I've been in the Summit County Jail more than I can count. And a lot of that was due to my mental illness when I was denying it. I've been on jewel heist robberies, breaking and enterings, willfully fleeing from the police. I've taken the police on a high-speed chase, going on two wheels in a car. I've done everything short of killing someone. And I think that's because I didn't really care. I just did what I felt like doing. If it's something I wanted, I took it. I've even printed business checks, cashed them. I've even thought that I had a business that didn't even exist. And I was just printing checks for the hell of it. And I was actually cashing them. And then it got to the point where I was beating up people. If they made me mad, I just throw a temper tantrum and beat them up. I have numerous felonious assaults. I tell people I don't have a criminal record. I got an album, a DVD, a CD, an 8-track, and an MP3. And my criminal record is about, I'd say, a half-inch thick. But I think some of that has worn me down now. I'm 47 years old, and due to the fact that I did admit that I had a mental illness, I think a lot of that helped with the CIT officers coming to my aid and the program with the CIT officers. And how I got familiar with the CIT officers was through a drop-in center that I was court-ordered to work at. Believe it or not, the courts actually saved me. I was court-ordered to do community service at a drop-in center. And with that, they asked me to tell my story. And I believe a few of the officers wish they had their guns with them when I told them my story. And they were sympathetic about it. And eventually I got more involved with facilitating CIT trainings. And I just wanted to know more. I got thirsty for the knowledge and helping people and advocating for mental health. So as I got closer with the CIT officers training and the CI officers themselves, I went out into the community and decided to educate people like myself about the CIT officers so they wouldn't be so much afraid of officers. Because at one point, I was afraid of officers. I see an officer coming, I'm like, oh, they may think, there she is, arch criminal number one, and they were going to just do something to me because they knew me, the bad me, so to speak. So I wanted to get the word out about the CIT officers, which is the Crisis Intervention Team, and let them know they're the good guys. So I can honestly say that the CIT officers changed my mind about police officers because they're trained to know that it wasn't the drugs, the illegal drugs that I was on, because I wasn't on those drugs anymore. I was on mental health medications that I might not have taken that day, or I might have been having the reactions because I've had medications that has caused me to have a reaction, which was similar to, that mimicked some of the things that I've done when I was on the illegal street drugs. And the CIT officer was trained to know the difference as opposed to another officer that might not have had that training. So he was a little more compassionate about it, and he got me the help that I needed or took me where I needed to be in order to get that help. So I'm pretty confident. I kind of love those guys. When I see that little green button coming, and I tell people in my community, if you're having a crisis and you know you're a mental health client, ask for that officer. Because in my county, they don't send them automatically, so you may have to request that officer. And don't be shy, request them. Let them know, hey, I need an officer that's trained to handle my situation. And you go out there and you get the word out. And when that officer helps you, let somebody else know that might be suffering in silence. There are officers out there willing to help you. So I give those CIT officers, I give them 3 gold stars. Those are some of my best friends. So for all of you guys that's out there suffering, I am Marie Griffin, and if I can talk about my mental illness, so can you. So get out there and do something about it.